Today I want to talk about the silent depression. And to make things better and easier and simple for you and myself to understand or communicate better, I'm gonna divide this video in like two subjects and two areas. The silent depression that you're living in within yourself, and the silent depression that we're living in this world right now. You know, just like as well that I know, that ever since 2012, something was off. Unfortunately for myself, or fortunately for myself, that same year, that's when I had suffered an accident in Afghanistan, and I was left in a coma for 4 months. And I lost memory. And you want to know more about my story, go and check out the other videos that I posted, all the videos. I go very in detail and greedy on it. And then I realized that 2020, with the pandemic and the chaos and so much suffering that was happening, afterwards, everything has changed. And I'm not talking about the stores that used to be open 24 hours and now they're not. I'm not talking about that. That's just little bits and pieces of really what's going on right now. But I'm talking about, when was the last time that you really have a meaningful conversation with somebody, a stranger, somebody that you just met? Isn't hard or awkward when you talk to somebody and they look at you like you come from space, from Mars or something? Because I started noticing this little pattern of, the social media starts changing people little by little. More in the sense, the most drastic one that we have seen is the attention span. We used to be so interested in documentaries. Now we're interested in a 3-minute video. And there's some people that are interested in just a 6-second video. There's some people that now they don't even care about going to school because they think that they can learn everything through AI, ChatGPT, Google AI. Those are tools. They're still not going to give you a diploma. But then again, things have changed so drastic in this world that you no longer need a diploma to be successful, to start your own business. That's how drastic things have changed. Why I'm bringing this up? Because I strongly believe that something very, very sinister is happening, and it's happening like this, very quietly. Some people say that this is all due because of the war and the world conflicts. Some people blame the government. Some people blame the teachers and the education department. But we keep blaming and it's not gonna stop what is happening regardless. I believe that we are about to enter not a Great Depression, but a very silent and deadly. And I'm sorry I have to put it like this, but it's just like a fucking fart. Like silent and deadly. And right now, I think we all are living through a brain fart. Myself included. I'm not judging anybody. I actually decided to talk about this because I have a good understanding about what I'm going through in my journey right now to become a better person, to get to know myself and to get to know who the hell I am, because I lost memory, right? But at the same time, I'm looking at some things that are not painting too good right now. Not for me, not for anybody. Just think about it. In the last couple of days, last couple of weeks, we have reclassified psychedelics, magic mushrooms, which, let me tell you something, that will be another video. But because of magic mushrooms, a freaking tea is what helped me the most to snap out of agoraphobia, PTSD a little bit. The TBI is something that I cannot deal with. It's something that I have to live with. I cannot fix it. The PTSD I can cope with. My memories, can't do nothing about that. That's just taking one day at a time. One day at a time. But we're reclassifying psychedelics, then we're reclassifying marijuana again, cannabis, whatever you want to call it. Last time we did something like this for some other medications, for pharmaceuticals, was right after the Gulf War. If I'm not mistaken, because I do remember that, and I've done my research, a lot of pharmaceuticals profit from a bunch of soldiers coming back home not in the right mind. And myself included, at one point, by 2014, I think the VA had me in like almost 11 different pills. Needless to say, I was a zombie. Didn't care for nothing. I didn't feel anything. I didn't even have time to get my memories back because I was zoned out. So my theory right now is that over reclassifying all the psychedelics and cannabis, what the hell is about to happen in the world? That they're actually getting prepared for more mental health situations and problems. Think about it. A lot of soldiers are going to come back from Iran, from this operation, and they're not going to be the same. They have no idea what is ahead of them, because there's a lot to deal here and process here. It's a nice breeze, and I apologize if the sound is crappy, but I needed to talk about this outside in nature. Now, while all this in the world, I call it burning in flames, on the other side, there's something that I'm worried about. The silent depression that is living within ourselves. A depression that we keep hush-hush because we keep watching motivational videos and excuse me, and trying to push ourselves forward in life to become a better person. Yet we're living in a little bubble of depression that we know how big that bubble is. We know how bad it is. But we keep lying to ourselves that we're getting better. And where these two things correlate and intercept each other is that we already living in this silent depression that is taking over our lives little by little, every day, just a little tiny bit. And he's about to get into a big clash with the silent depression that awaits in this world. It's so weird to talk about it because every day there's something bizarre happening. Like at this point, I don't think Netflix can keep up. I think that's why a lot of people keep coming over here to YouTube, because sometimes you just need to take a woosah, like, I feel like the American dream has been shattered, destroyed, murdered. Because right now we're living in a very unknown times. Full of uncertainty that doesn't really help us out too much to plan for the future. Because we really don't even know if we're going to have one. And I stay positive myself because I have kids. I gotta look forward to something. I gotta have some hope, because I don't want this life for my kids, But I have a feeling that our timeline right now, as I'm speaking to you, is about to morph again, change, stretch, twist, and boom within the next months. We got to the point, like, I've been homeless. I know what it is to be homeless and have nothing, living on the streets. I'm blessed, thank you God, that I'm no longer homeless. But if you think about it, the houses keep going up to the point when you look at a house, you start feeling it's like, unless I'm a millionaire, I will never have a house. Facts. If you're gonna rent a house, prepare yourself for $2,000 and up, depending where you live. Unless you want to go to the middle of nowhere and find a place for $800, $500, if you find any. That's no longer an option. As of today of this video, Google just laid off 8,000 workers. 8,000 workers that are going to be replaced by AI. Nike, the tennis shoe company, they just fired, I think, 1,500 people because their quarterly gross income was not to par. Nike. I'm not doing this to alarm or gaslight the situation or anything or give anybody anxiety. But I think that we have to start thinking a little bit more about what's going on in our world that surround us, because I think we worry more about what we want to buy next, where we're going to go and have this life and enjoy this freedom. But at this point, I'm questioning that freedom. At this point, I think our freedom comes with a great price. And I'm not talking the price of the veterans out there fighting for us. I think there's a more steep price to pay in the upcoming months, probably in the upcoming years. But like, seriously, right now, when you go out, try to have a conversation with a random stranger. At least pick 2, 3, 5, just randomly say hi. All you have to do is say hi or good morning. Usually it's like, why? Because you're not a phone talking to them. You're not a screen. You're actually a real human being talking to them. Human interaction has come very low. And if the human interaction is that low and we can no longer communicate, how can we make deals and agreements with other countries when we don't respect each other's values, cultures, history? And I understand that some things need to be done, because I'm not anti-war whatsoever. But I think there's something more scary to worry about right now than the war, and it's what is happening around us right now. Only time will know. Have a blessed day.